good! Yay! Things are singing. Actually, wait, let me turn my light on first. Now things are extra singing. And as always, I am sniffly. I'm doing my double checking. Silly me. I am good there. And I am good there. Yay. The things are singing. Alrighty, bam. Good here. Let me hit this first. Bam. Yeah. I am very sick and sniffly right now. And very, very tired because the migraine I had before screwed with my brain and messed up my sleep schedule. So that's fun. Also, I just realized something. Silly me. There we go. Now let me double check this real quick. Bam. Alrighty, we're good. Yay. So, yeah. I am very tired right now. Head is no longer exploding, so that's a good thing, but I am very tired, so I will not be doing a long stream. That's why I missed yesterday. Sorry. Also, I just finished making dinner. I made some rice and some chicken stew. It is pretty good. What else is good? Water. Fuck it, I'm taking another drink. What are they gonna do? Stop me? I don't think so. Also, it is snowing outside. Yay! I like snow. It's so pretty. It's nice and heavy too. Okay. I love this song. I like Final Fantasy 13. That was a game I quite enjoyed. Art style and music are definitely its strong points, though. Story can be pretty confusing. And honestly, I like the characters, too. They feel more, like, realistic, for lack of a better term. I know a lot of people don't like Hope, because he's a whiny teenager, but that's exactly why I like him. He's a whiny teenager that grows up throughout the course of the game. Or novel concept, character growth. Also, I found out apparently that like all the 13 games are on Steam for like less than $20. That's fucking crazy. Matter of fact, let me double check that. Hold on. Also, the new Mana game is out too. I want to play that. Let's see. Yeah, they're all less than $20. Final Fantasy 13 is only $16, and then 13-2 and Lightning Returns are just $20. That's fucking crazy, honestly. I paid full price for my Final Fantasy 13 when it came out on PS3, and I enjoyed it. Fun game. Dude, I swear, there's been a lot of falcons passing by my window as of late. It's alright though, I like falcons. I'm not fond of most birds, I like birds of prey. They are friend-shaped. Especially owls. They are sky cats. If I was not a rainbow dragonite, I'd want to be a rainbow owl of some kind. But like a fun one. I'd be one with like really dark feathers that have like rainbow luminescence. The best kind of feathers. Also, it's very fitting because I have a very bad habit of accidentally sneaking up on people because my footsteps are really, really quiet. My mom jokes that she's gonna buy me a bell necklace all the time. It's so subconscious that I don't usually think about it sometimes when I'm making an action that I think makes enough noise for other people to notice, like opening a door, and I still end up sneaking up on people. It's pretty good. And I didn't understand how bad that was. But then I lived with my dad for a bit, and I realized my dad has the same power that I do. I'm like, oh, that explains it. That makes sense now. That being said, enough yapping. Let's get to our, next 5 songs, and then let's get to Massive Duel and talk about some replays. So what's next? The original version of the song played when I walked to the grocery store. You know, Sonic CD is kind of an awkward. It's a weird Sonic game, not gonna lie. Music's great though, can't complain. Whoa, hold on. Asterisk. I think the Japanese music is great. I don't like the American version that much. I don't think the atmospheric tracks really work for a game like Sonic. I much prefer the energy that the Japanese tracks give. Speaking of energy, what's with all the Sega tracks? Shuffle more. Last one. Well, I can't play that one, so it's a good thing it's the last one. Yay! Oh well. Anyway, I actually don't have to just start up the game. I can just hit this. Ah! Sound. And then I get this. Ah, it's the game! Yeah, because I already had the game up, because I wanted to start the stream with this. Here's my campaign code if you would like to... haven't played in a while and you want a free Albaz structure deck, here you go. You can use this. Or anyone else's you find on the internet. It's fine, I still love you. Yeah, one of my friends already used my code for me, thankfully. So, yeah, there's that. Alrighty, enough yapping. Now, before we get to my own replays, we will, of course, have to do some Duel Life. Just make alt accounts? No! That is silly. I want people to play the game. I don't want to play with myself. I do that enough as is. Anyway. So, it looks like we have a White Forest player. Are they using Fiendsmith stuff? Yes. So we have Snake Eyes as Amina White Forest. And they're trying to get out LZ, but the Ash Blossom said no. Not a great start. Yeah. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I have a seeking suspicion I'm going to run into a lot of Fiendsmith as of late. You know, I'm bizarrely indifferent when engines for things come out. I don't know what it is. I think it's mostly just because I like how archetypes work in Yu-Gi-Oh! So when there's engines that are like so generically splashable that you can throw them in practically anything, to me that kind of like kills one of the best parts about Yu-Gi-Oh! Which is the specialization that archetypes have. I don't know, it's kind of boring at that point. Now granted, no, there's not really much granted. That's just, yeah. Like, I like how a lot of these things work in isolation, but again, it's their splashability that kills it for me. And yeah, there's unfortunately not much our White Forest player can do here to survive. Unless the Snake Eyes player does something silly, but I don't think they're going to do something silly. Why would they do that? There goes Max C. So now we get extra special summons. But that's not going to be enough to stop you. Okay, now just punch them. Good. Bam. I really appreciate that they didn't try to do anything extra. That being said, that was kind of boring and I kind of want to watch a different one. Come on, I want that insanity. We want the zany stuff. Alrighty. Looks like we're not getting zany stuff. Oh, wait. Oh, Imseti. Never mind. We might get a little zany. I just recently finished getting all the Horus cards now that they finally have a secret pack. I like using them. I just kind of wished I used more decks that use them. I only use a handful of decks that actually like these guys. I have replays, but they're old as well. Yeah, don't worry. Oh, wait. Now that I'm on this field, I get to click this guy. Yay. Oh, and Jinzo. Yay. Alrighty, so right off rip, Imseti gets told no. That's unfortunate. But Canopic Protector is in... Canopic Protector. Okay, so this might have been a pure or relatively pure horror strategy then. Is any of this stuff they have back there going to be enough to keep them alive? Let's find out. There goes Canopic Protector. So we can at least get Imseti back. Alright. Seeker is gonna activate. Diabell gets to the hand. Hi, Diabell. Bam. Now she gets impermed. No, they might be alright. Then get Ash. Oh! Droplet. Droplet on Ash, so Ash can't grab more. Honestly? They had exactly what they needed. That was a pretty good stoppage. Oh, another face down. Will it be enough for this next turn, though? No Ash Blossom. Send these two away. Activate Canopic Protector again. Oh no! Imseti! He's gone! Why do the good die young? Oh. You know, speaking of Imseti, I've been playing Smite 2 with my friends a lot as of late. I've been really enjoying it. But one of the things I'm most upset about, like many people, are the God availability, which makes sense, right? I'm not upset. that they decided to cut down in order to like streamline the release. But there's a few gods that I miss a lot. Charybdis, Kronos, Janus, Tiamat especially, Fafnir. But speaking on that, honestly, you know what would be a dope release? Would be all 4 Sons of Horus. All at once. Just make them all different. Make Imseti like a mage. Make Dwamatev ADC and so on and so forth. And release them with Horus so that they're all like a full, like, new stack of 5. That would be really cool. But we're not here to talk about MOBAs. We're here to talk about card games. And whatever else happens to stumble upon my tired mind. Anyway, the little white woman is there, but the little white woman gets converted into a coffin! You know, apathetic really is the perfect word I have for these, because, like, these cards are neat, but I just don't care about them. Is that weird? Like, I kind of didn't really care about Snake Eyes either. I don't know, it just feels, I don't know, it feels, you know what you know what it's like in my mind? It's almost kind of similar to, like, really early Yu-Gi-Oh! Where you would just, like, have a pile of all the good stuff. Good stuff decks are boring. I don't know. That's mostly how I feel about this. It feels kind of samey. End phase. Yeah, Imseti is gone to the great beyond, so there's not much we can do. Max C. Will our Snake Eyes player be able to kill this turn? I'm pretty sure they can. Droplet. Where are we dropping, boys? Well, you tried to drop them, but it wasn't enough. Oh well. I was hoping for something more. Yeah. But enough about that. Let's get to my own replays so I can, we got a handful here. Yeah, we got about 6. I'm so happy they actually added extra replay slots. I've been complaining about that forever. Like, virtually every time I've done one of these, but I'm happy they finally did it. Alrighty. Let's just go on through. So yeah, none of this stuff. This is all before Fiendsmith came out. Mostly. I think. Yeah, that makes sense in my brain. Anyway, let's get to it. Alright, we have this first duel. Up against, I can't read that. Hold on, you know what? I'm curious. Let me get my Google Translate. I mentioned that before. I feel the need. Every time I see a player's name in a language I can't understand, part of me is always like, I wonder what that says. So you know what? Hold on. Where's Google Translate? Open Google. Translate. Gomoku Gohan S. Okay. I will leave my phone here just in case I need to emergency translate more stuff. Anyway, I was using Pendulum Magicians, and this was before they had the secret pack for the new Pendulum Magician stuff, which means I'm probably gonna make that stuff. Actually, I don't know. I've been thinking. I don't know whether I want to start pulling those to make those or a couple of other things, because I've always wanted to do Resonator, because I like synchro stuff. I'll think about it. Anyway, what was my opponent using? They were using oh yeah, Burn. I remember what happened. It's all coming back to me. Into the puddle, yay! Alright, they're going first. And I open an alright hand. It's not alright. It's the pendulum deck. I really need a high scale and a low scale, and I have a high scale and a mid scale. That's not great. I opened Necro Valley, so that's pretty handy. Imperm and Maxi are always nice too. Shotgun. Chain Energy. Alright. So, Burn. Burn in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is done in a variety of ways. How this player was doing it was kind of an old school way, with a bunch of classic spells and traps. Which, I admire them for that. Problem. They must not be used to these old spells and traps. Chain Energy says each player must pay 500 life points to normal, special, set, or activate cards from their hand. And they put it down first. So now... And there goes Dark Room of Nightmare, which basically does an additional 300 burn. Which is pretty nice. But yeah, you could see that they kind of... They really shot themselves in the foot with that. Really bad. That being said, I am still on a bit of a... Oh, that's a perfect draw. Alright, so I'm going to activate Necro Valley here. He's going to activate Skull Invitation, which causes... all it takes is one duster. Yeah, you're correct. Problem. This is Pendulum Edition. Pendulum Edition in particular... This is less applicable with different Pendulum decks, but Pendulum Editions, and a lot of Pendulum decks, really want to go all in, because they need to have as much gas as possible in their hands. One of the reasons those newer Pendulum cards, the new, like, Astrograph Sorcerer, I forget his name, is, like, so good, is because it's effectively a one-card starter, which is very, very hard for Pendulum decks to do. That's why it's so good. Like, you need a lot of gas in your hand in order to actually, like, make a board with Pendulum deck, so you don't typically have a lot of room for non-engine. Which, unfortunately, you basically need to make a decision. Do you want to interrupt your opponent before they get to dangerous spots, or do you want to try and board break afterwards? Most board breakers are spells and traps, and most interruptions are hand traps, so usually you prefer having the hand traps, because you could at least pendulum summon them. I can't pendulum summon evenly matched. So yeah. Like I said, with the new... with newer Pendulum decks, like, I'm pretty sure Melodious doesn't have that problem. Melodious also can do one-card combos, I'm pretty sure. So, they can afford a lot of non-engine. Which is important. Oh yeah. Anyway, yeah, Skull Invitation does damage each time to the owner of a card whenever a card is sent to the graveyard. Well, the good news for me is I'm playing Pendulums, and Pendulums don't go to the graveyard. They go to the extra deck, face up. Because... I mean, that's how they work, so sure. However, for some reason, if you have an effect that makes it... Let's say, Macrocosmos is on board. And how Macrocosmos makes everything that gets sent to the grave get banished instead. You would think that Pendulum cards, because they go to the extra deck, are not affected by Macrocosmos. They are. I don't know why. I don't understand that one bit. They're not going to the grave. They don't go to the grave. They go to the extra deck. Why in the world does that work? I can understand Foolish Burial sending them to the grave, because they need to be on the field in order to go to the extra deck. But they don't do that if Macrocosmos is there. And if Macrocosmos is on the field, then you would think, oh, they go to the grave, they go to the extra deck, because they don't go to the grave. No, they go banish, they go by. Yu-Gi-Oh! Anyway, my turns draw. I'm blanking out a lot, but there's a lot to talk about for these duels, thankfully, so it's not the worst. Anyway, I drew Wisdom Eye Magician. Wisdom Eye Magician is fucking magical. I love this card. we don't care about its monster effect. We care about its pendulum effect. Which, let me... Yeah, actually, no. I'll just read it out. Or, you know what? Let me do this. Yeah, there you go. We care about its pendulum effect. Where if you have a magician or pendulum in the other zone, he can blow up, and then you can get any other magician pendulum in your deck and place it. So basically, this card can fix your scales for you, is the best way to think about it. It's pretty handy. Also, he looks cool. Most of the pendulum magicians look pretty cool, not gonna lie. But I've always been a sucker for how spellcasters look in Yu-Gi-Oh! I really like Yu-Gi-Oh's spellcaster aesthetic. Boom! Yeah. So naturally, I grab Purple Poison. Purple Poison is the lowest scale. That's the main important thing. That being said, it's not my only low scale. I did grab it for another reason. And that's his effect. His monster effect. Because even though the pendulum card is a spell right now, the monster effect still happens if it's something that happens when it's destroyed for some reason. Because Yu-Gi-Oh! So, Purple Poison's effect is, if it gets blown up, it can blow something else up on the field, which is very handy. Because I'm going to need that, because I don't want that back row up there. I don't know what those are. I don't know what those do. I don't know where those have been. I don't know if they're covered in Cheetos or not, which would be really impressive to do in a virtual card game. But you never know. These are Yu-Gi-Oh! Players we're talking about. Ow. So naturally, I get out Electromite. And my main goal is to send Astrograph and then blow up Purple Poison. And then we get Astrograph. And I get a draw. Purple Poison blows up Chain Energy. And now I summon Astrograph. Ow. Bam. I get another Purple Poison. Boom. He takes some damage. I get another draw here. Activates a card I've never seen before in my life. Blind Obliteration. Roll a 6-sided die twice. Destroy all face-up monsters with levels and ranks lower than the total roll. Well, he just rolled, that's a 4, that's a 5, that's a 9. Sorry, Astrograph. But again, I don't really lose from that interaction because Skull Invitation's not working, because he just went back to my extra deck. So we're gonna grab Wisdom Eye, I'm gonna place Purple Poison, and we're just gonna swing and not die, hopefully. They just plant a face down. That's scary. I got a Skullcombat Joker, yay. And I'm gonna try and punch. Emphasis on try. Because they activate Blazing Mirror Force, which destroys attack position monsters, and then I take damage equal to half of their attack, which hurts. So do they take the burn damage too, which is kind of important. This is a really masochistic burn deck. And then Fatal Abacus. Each time a monster is sent from field to grave, inflict 500 points of damage to the card's owner. Once again, my cards don't go to the grave. I don't care. So, yeah. This is like the accidental winning matchup. If I was using a non-pendulum deck, I probably would hate this. But, yeah, one other thing, though. We're just gonna blow up that Abacus. I don't like it. However, this does put me in a good position, because they're going to take quite a bit of damage now. All I need to do is blow up one more card, and then they die. I have an idea. So, here's Supreme King Dragon Starving Venom. This card is limited to 1. For good reason. It can copy any other card's effect on the field, or let's see, where is it? Yeah, or grave. I always gotta make sure. So yeah, field or grave. That's pretty good. Also, for whatever reason, a lot of people always forget this. when it does copy something, your monsters just get piercing damage for the rest of that turn. That's come in handy a couple of times, but it's an effect not many people remember this thing has. Not that I blame them. But yeah, so, he only has 100 life points left, and I have not normal summoned yet. And I have purple poison in my hand. And something that can copy purple poison's effect. Or, more importantly, Electromite's effect to destroy a face-up pendulum. So we're just gonna copy Electromite and blow up purple poison. And blow up the Dark Room of Nightmare, which causes the Skull Invitation to burn themselves. Again, that was a really masochistic burn deck. I'm kind of impressed. I'm also concerned. Do you need help? Alright, goodbye! Whee! Up next! Did I just delete the wrong thing? Oh no, we will never know what that other thing was. Ooh. Oh no! It's fine. It's not the end of the world. Except it might be, but who cares? And any other day, I'd be more upset about that, but I am very tired, so I do not care. That being said, this is a 14-turn duel against Ibra. Let's see. I was using, I think, yeah, we got this Blue Eyes deck with Light and Darkness Dragon. This is a very fun deck. I like this deck a lot. And what were they using? They were using... Oh yeah! Shining Sarcophagus! I always forget what these cards do until I run across them again every single time. Whee! Alrighty, my hand is okay. It's okay. Gonna activate Max C. There goes Gadget Trio. Gadget Trio grabs the Shining Sarcophagus. Shining Sarcophagus goes on the board. Sark grabs Ties That Bind. Ties That Bind is binding those ties. Grabs both Silent Magician and Silent Swordsman and puts a bunch of face downs. And now I'm afraid. I don't like that many face downs. What do I draw? I draw Melody of the Awakening Dragon. They activate Threatening Roar, which is, not gonna lie, that's... that tells you a lot about the kind of deck you're going against when they would consider Threatening Roar. Like, man, that is... I mean, I like my snowball decks too, but like... My snowball decks are like Centurion. I like to snowball through resource accumulation, not by stalling. Anyway, so I can't attack, which sucks. So I'm gonna activate Chaos Space. We're gonna pitch Jet Dragon, that's what I wanted, because. Yeah, so Silent Magician, while signing Sarcophagus is on the field, can negate a spell or a spell effect. Meanwhile, Silent Swordsman can negate a monster. Yeah. Again, I always forget what these cards do, and I always have to reread them. That being said, I love their artwork. I love that they're little chibi versions of Silent Swordsman and Silent Magician. It's cute. I like that. But yeah, I don't really care about the Chaos Space. I just needed to burn Silent Magician's, Search. Now we're gonna use Melody of the Awakening Dragon, pitch the other, Chaos Space. We're gonna grab Blue Eyes and Alternative. We're gonna activate Alternative. Here's Alternative. I'm now going to try and get rid of, Silent Swordsman. His negate. Sorry, Alternative. And now, the important part. We're going to summon Starly Safer. We're going to use Drill Swarm. We're going to unfortunately get rid of my Blue Eyes Jet Dragon. But as usual, anytime I find an excuse to summon my favorite monster, I will. God, I fucking love this card. Oh, I love Chaos Angel. The only thing that would make me like it more would be if it was a dragon. That's it. Chaos! But yeah, I'm not going to repeat my usual spiel about Chaos Angel. All you need to know is, right now, I'm banishing something, and he can't be affected by monster effects, and my monsters can't be destroyed by battle. So we're going to be pretty protected. Well, we would have been, except they're going to use Forbidden Droplet to stop Chaos Angel from activating. So unfortunately, I did not get to banish the Shining Sarcophagus. And I decided not to attack. And I didn't attack because I don't know what that face down is. And I would prefer just waiting for the next turn so that Chaos Angel's effect comes back on. Because Chaos Angel's effect is not like an activated effect when it's summoned. It's a lingering effect. And negating lingering effects, I'm genuinely... I'm trying to think if there's a way to even do that. I can't think of any. It's really hard to negate a lingering effect. At least permanently, because Droplet would have done it for Chaos Angel in that moment, but I decided not to attack so it would come back. Because thankfully, Chaos Angel remembers that it was summoned with the light and the dark, so even though its effect was negated, its effect essentially reactivates and it re-gets that lingering effect afterwards. At least, I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Welcome to Yu-Gi-Oh! You know what's the funniest part about the, like, rambling I'm doing as I'm explaining cards here and my thought process? It's really funny. If you ever watch, like, Joshua Schmidt or Jesse Cotton play, they do the exact same thing, but they just do it faster and more efficiently. The, like, in-game thought process. It's just, I think this card works this way. Sometimes, yeah, like, it just depends. This truly is a lawyer's card game. Like I said, or like I always mention, it's like a fight. It's like a fighting game of card games. Because yeah, it seems crazy, it seems ridiculous and hard to get into, but when you do, and everything just clicks, it feels so good. Like being able to make those judgment calls of piecing together how the interactions work is a skill in and of itself, and it's a very fun skill to have and to utilize. And honestly, it makes playing other card games worse. Let me get a drink before I keep going. Alrighty. Bam. So now Shining Sarcophagus grabs Turn Silence. They're going to place down Motarmi Fuwalos and use the Gadget Trio in order to make Dugares. So they're going to use Dugares. They're going to pitch those two to draw two. They pitched Called by the Grave in order to summon Grandora G. Bam. And then he blows up the board, except Chaos Angel, because he can't blow up Chaos, because he's immune to activated monster effects. Yeah! Yeah, Chaos! I tell you, man, this is my favorite. It really is my favorite card. It's so useful. It's so versatile. Anyway, thankfully, because of Chaos Angel's dark effect, I was able to survive that battle. So I'm not afraid. Ooh, they summoned Dark here. Looks like they're gonna grab, yeah. They grabbed Druid Swarm. Yeah, they tried to use Druid Swarm to do stuff, but that's not how that works. And now that my Duel Swarm went back to my graveyard, its effect happens. So I can just get rid of the Verte Anaconda now. Oops. See, I drew Branded Beast, which is like not great, but I might be able to use it. We're going to return Alternative and get a draw here. We grab Serenir. We're going to banish the Silent Magician and just place our guys in defense. Yeah, they don't get to draw because of Dugares. So now we're going to tribute Serenir. Yeah. And that is the moment I realized, oh, Silent Swordsman protects things that have Shining Sarcophagus or mention it, which includes himself. That is not how I thought the effect works. I thought they were like, he and Silent Magician were like opposing pairs of one does spells, the other one deals with monsters. That is not how they work. But it's also not the end of the world, because he still can't do anything. Alright, so I summoned Archfiend's Advent. Is this card typically used in Shining Sarcophagus decks? I don't think I've ever seen it before. I think I've officially burnt out of Pokerog. I would hope so. If they only ran one Snatch Steal, no. I hate that card. No, I hate that card criminally. Because that card was in like every opponent's deck in the 2006 GBA game. I have a vendetta against that card. Ah, man, yeah, Snatch Steal is beyond aggravating. But it's fun now. No, it's not! My stuff is my stuff. You can get rid of it, but you can't take it. It's mine. Like, at least Change of Heart only works for a turn. Snatch Steal is just like, oh, all I gotta do is give you 700 life points instead. I don't want the life points, I want my monster! Anyway, what the hell is this guy trying to do? Oh, speaking of Snatch Steal, he's trying to use Snatch Steal on legs. Well, if he had the actual Snatch Steal. 1,000 life points are a lot these days. I disagree. The only life point that matters is the last one. The game's not over until it either says victory or defeat on the screen. Listen, you know how many Dinomorphia players I've lost to with one life point? Too many. Oh, man. Anyway, Archfiend's Advent can normal summon itself if you control Shining Sarcophagus, which is pretty handy without tributing. It gains 500 attack. Should have Snatch Steal Diffusions. Also, yo, he is super bedazzled. I didn't notice that until now. If normal or special summoned, you can target a monster your opponent controls. Take control of it until the end phase, but that monster can't attack unless you controlled Shining Sarcophagus when this effect is active. You can only activate one Archfiend's Advent per turn. Well, it's not really going to do anything because he can't take Chaos Angel because that's an activated effect, meaning it doesn't work. So, yeah. Using Serenir, I sent Regained to the grave, so now I put it down with Beast. I now have Dragon Shrine, which is pretty nice. Let's activate it. I sent away Blue Eyes and Lubellion. We're going to use Starlead Safer. Add Lubellion to hand. Return Safer to deck to get a draw. Melody of the Awakening Dragon, yay. We're going to pitch Blue Eyes. Get a Blue Eyes and grab Alternative back. He's back! We're gonna activate Lubellion, get Druisworm, activate Druisworm, banish that Dark Magician, which, hold on, that Dark Magician's name is really funny. Dark Magician, the Magician of Black Magic. Why not, like... This archetype's really funny to me because they don't have Shining Sarcophagus in their name anywhere. Which, I get it, but it's also, like, really funny, because that's kind of the point. You would think that they'd be like, oh, Dark Magician of the Shining Sarcophagus, right? Silent Swordsman of the Shining Sarcophagus, so on and so forth. But nah, they're just like, oh yeah, by the way, we talk about Shining Sarcophagus, so, like, grab our stuff. Alright, let's see. So we drew a Swarm here to get rid of Silent Swordsman's negate. There we go. Bam. And now we activate and we get rid of him that way. Now we take these two and we throw Kurt Angle into the mix. I mean Draglubion. So we pitch. We get Numeron Dragon because I think I can kill here. Except I forgot that Turn Silence is a card, because I don't run into this deck enough, and didn't know that this card has additional effects. Anyway, while this card's in the graveyard, you can banish it if a monster that mentions Shining Sarcophagus battles, and just end the battle phase. I didn't know that card did that. Oh well. You know, the funniest part about this... Typhon. Well, that's not very nice. We're gonna put Druisworm back on the board. And now we're gonna Branded Beast to get rid of Typhon. Because Typhon would cause problems. Because you see, Typhon negates the effect of monsters with 3,000 or more attack. Or, correction, the activated effects. Which is kind of annoying. I don't want to deal with that, so go away. And then he grabs more Marshmallow. What? Dude, this archetype is very silly to me. It's great. Then he plants him down. And now I'm in a bit of a pickle. So we're just going to take these two. We're just gonna make SP. We're just gonna get rid of it. Now we're gonna use Dark End. Pitch Chaos with K. Send him back. Activate. In order to bring out good old Light and Darkness Dragon Lord. I love this card. Not my favorite fusion, because nothing will probably ever replace Dragon Maid Shio, but this is a damn good second. I like this thing a lot. I kind of wish I could stick it in more decks. That's always my biggest thing, is like, I wonder how many decks I can just stick stuff in. Ooh, I should try... I made a Bestial Horus deck. I should try and just shove this thing in there somehow. And that would be a terrible idea, but I kind of want to do it. That Bestial Horus deck is terrible enough as is. It shouldn't be good, but it's kind of... It's worked, surprisingly, which is never a good thing. But man, yeah, I like this card. Yeah, and I tried to attack there, except I forgot something very important. When you use SP Little Knight's effect, when you have, when you summon her using an extra deck monster, you can't attack directly. I always forget that's an effect, because there's usually monsters on the board I want to be attacking. Another Marshmallow, no! Let's see, we got Collapse Serpent. And yeah, I unfortunately just have to end, because I know that Marshmallow does something silly, and I don't want it to do that. And then he tries to use Grandora. And then he imperms Light and Darkness Dragon. But I'm just going to rescue him. No. You don't get to destroy my Light and Darkness Dragon. He's my friend. Not yours. And then he blows up my back row, you meanie. I like my branded stuff. Give me my regained and beast back. And now he's got all these guys on board. These guys that are not related, but they're very close associates. Makes Lena the Light Charmer. What is he grabbing? Blue Eyes? He's grabbing a Blue Eyes. Sir, that's like the 8th time you've tried to use an effect to blow up Chaos Angel. Stop it. I know reading your cards is hard, but you would think after 6 times of trying to do the same thing over and over again, you'd realize that that don't work. Then they make SP. And then they try to use SP on it! Like, come on, that was 9! And now all my guys are back. So I'm just gonna swing. Turn silence. No. Then SPs again. And I'm just gonna get rid of him. And then he's gonna do this. That was a big chain. Matter of fact, what was the longest chain I've ever been a part? I think my longest chain link I've been involved in was 9. Anyway, we're gonna banish Grandora. I don't like him. And then they use turn silence again to end the turn. We're gonna use Chaos Space here. And I'm going to return Light and Darkness Dragon to the extra deck. And for a very particular reason. You see, if I do that, well, one couple things. It means I can do all this stuff and get some Bystials on board. But more importantly, it frees up some board space. And now we're going to do this. And now he's going to do that. Bam. Stop blowing up my board. Stop it. Bam. Bam. Look at this. Behold the danger on the field. For him. Why did they summon that in attack position? Is that a choice? Or do they just go back in the original position? Or is that like... Is that a choice? Why was that in attack position? He like he gave me the out. You know, I like how I thought I would do Master Duel replays because they'd be quick. And I've almost been streaming for an hour and I've only done 2 replays. Oh well. Anyway, I remember this next duel. I'm not going to show the deck because it's funnier if I don't. This was... damn it, which festival was this? I hate that they don't tell you which festival it was. It just says festival. But yeah, this was during a festival. I'm using, Blue Eyes, again, using them as a rank 8s with these fusion-y guys. What the fuck was this? This wasn't Legend Anthology, was it? No, it was like... Wasn't before that. I don't remember what it was. But anyway, yeah, this is a going second OTK deck, so naturally I let my opponent go first, and that would be the biggest mistake of my life. So, Rhoda. Oh, it has an animation now, that's cool! They grab Fire Flint Lady, okay. Ignite Gallant and Ignite Margrave. And now I became afraid, because these Ignites are, like, pretty cool. They're cool looking, right? They look very neat. I like them a lot. These cards are never used for anything good. You would think a bunch of vanilla pendulum monsters would have nothing suspicious going on with them. These cards have only ever been used for evil. So he's gonna blow up, he's gonna grab Sublimation Knight, he's gonna place it down, equip Squeak Knight. Squeak Knight's gonna activate to special summon itself. We're gonna take these two, we're gonna make Isolde. Yep. Isolde activates, we grab Squire. Isolde uses other effect, sends one Noble Arms, grabs Renaud. Renaud grabs the spell from the grave, very nice. We equip the sword to Renaud. We grab Ignis. The card blows up, Crusader. Ignis. Activate Crusader, blow them both up. Paladin. Ignis activates, gets a pendulum, gets Veteran, uses Renaud and Veteran to make Symphonic Warrior rocks. Adds Gallant back to hand. Gallant scale, Margrave scale. Takes Isolde and rocks. Makes Pendulum Mommy. Okay, Pendulum Mommy activates. Grab Harmonizing Magician. Pendulum Summon. Summon a bunch. Harmonizing grabs White Wing Magician. Take these two. Make Time Star. Okay, so now we grab a Dark Spellcaster. We got Witch of the Black Forest? Use Time Gazer's effect to stop Margrave from blowing himself up in order to just send a Pendulum. Make Electromite. Send Chronograph. Blow up Trick Clown. Chronograph to hand. Chronograph special summon. Witch of the Black Forest special summon. Puzzle Amino. The drop-in deleter. Grab Jelen Duo. Grab Summon Sorceress. Was it that event? I don't remember. It's whatever the last event was before the current one. I think you might be right. I think that was the Lightsworn Rika one, yes. I'm glad you mentioned that, because I would not have remembered any other detail about that event, because I genuinely don't remember what the... You remember seeing Symphonic Warriors in that event? That's fucking nutty. Also, as ridiculous as this board is, we're still not even done yet. Because they get Summon Sorceress, and use Summon Sorceress to give me Jelen Duo, with its effect negated. Electromite gets a search. We get Bull Aiden. Resummon Squeak Knight. Apparently that's not once per turn. We make Red Eye's Flare Metal Dragon. We take these guys, make Triple Burst. Take these two, we make Agave Dragon. We activate Burn. Negate. Burn. So, what all that was for was to give me a Jelen Duo with its effect negated. Jelen Duo, if you take damage, destroys itself. However, that doesn't work because its effect is negated. And Red Eye's Flare Metal Dragon burns your opponent every time they activate an effect. They have put me in an infinite burn loop. I honestly let them do it. Listen, if you're willing to set up something this silly to win a duel, I'm gonna let you win that duel. I'm not gonna surrender. Why does Curse of Dragon sound like that? Also, you know, while we're here, you know, Curse of Dragon is quite the funky looking thing. Oh, we're just gonna move chat over a little bit. Is it me, or is that like that's a weird dragon, right? It's not just like, he's always been really funky looking. Like, he looks extra skeletal. Anyway. Boop. Back to burning. I will at least speed it up for these last two. He lit me on fire. I can't even be too mad at that. Oh wait, what's this player's name? Hold on, before we forget. While I still have Google Translate out, because I'm curious. This player is Dingha Game. I have a feeling that's some kind of joke that I don't understand. Oh well. Thank you for the very silly FTK you gave me. Alrighty, up next. This is probably one of my like favorite duels period that I've had, I think. This is me using that previous Blue Eyes deck. Up against Generator. I think this is Generator. No, not Private, you silly. There you go. I think this is Generator Runic. No, it's just pure. It's Generator. Okay. I like Generator. Generator's neat. Oh wow, the snow got heavier. Winter Wonderland, yay! Alrighty. You're going first, and they had a face down, and that's it. So I draw. This hand is honestly pretty good. I like this hand. So we're gonna activate Dragon Shrine, and I get Shiftered. And Max Seed, but I'm not concerned about that one as much. Now, Shifter is a very annoying card. Shifter is an extra annoying card when it's changed to something that forces you to send things to the grave. So now I've effectively wasted a Dragon Shrine. Also, what kind of shrine is this? What's going on here? Dragon Shrine? It looks like a graveyard. Those are their bones. This isn't a shrine. Let's see. Ah, no. And then there goes Generator boss fight. So, there goes their room. Shrine gets turned off. I am, quite lucky. They gave me... I drew Blue Eyes off of that draw from the boss fight. And because Shrine activated during Shifter, I decided to send Starleech Safer, because this is a safe card to send when I have multiple copies of it. What I was going to do, which is do what I normally do, I typically send Blue Eyes and White Stone of Legend. And that lets you grab a Blue Eyes in your hand. I couldn't do that, but I did end up with the Blue Eyes in my hand regardless, so there's that. Which does mean... Oh no, wait, that's right. They summoned the Twink. They summoned the Twink and they summoned the ads. Again, I really... Like, you gotta hand it to Yu-Gi-Oh's archetype designers. This is a really interesting way to, like, make a MMORPG style boss in a card game. That's a really neat way of doing it. It's very creative. Anyway, yeah. So they grabbed the Twink. So the Twink is ready to bring out any other generator. Probably Har. I pitch Chaos. They get rid of the tokens. They get rid of one of the ads. There goes Har. Har, 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 Har. I'm going to punch the Twink. And then I have to stop, because unfortunately for me, Har could have tributed 2 of the ads, or the tokens. I call them ads, because that's what they're referred to in MMOs and stuff. He would have tributed 2 of the tokens in order to stop Dark End from fusion summoning, which I don't want. And now he's just going to punch him. Do Ash Blossom. Not great. Not the worst. I'm gonna try and activate Ash Blossom here. It has worked. What do I do here? Chaos Space. I send Blue Eyes. I get Collapsifant. Har activates. Sent out my Ash Blossom. I use Chaos Space to send Chaos with the K back to the extra deck. We turn Collapse Serpent into Striker to get him in the grave. Bam. Now we have Werebuster. We can pitch Lubellion. There's Magma Hut. I think you know what I'm going to do. Chaos! Let's get rid of their boss stage. And punch Har in the face. I am Eepy. So yeah, they got another boss stage, which I think means they can get a bunch more ads. Oh no, they brought the Twink back. So we're gonna Druiswarm Har. Alright. Har's no longer in there. He can use the Twink to bring Har out from another Har from the deck, which is what I want him to do. I can keep banishing the Hars, I just need them to not be there. We're going to activate to bring out Lubellion. We're going to force the Twink to use his effect. What's he bring out? Brings out another Har. Alright, well, get rid of the Har. Punch the ads. Which, side note, these are very cool looking tokens. I like these. These are very, very, very neat looking tokens. I wish... Is there a way... probably not. Is there a way you could see, like, all the tokens that are, like, the visual effects for all the tokens in this game? Probably not, I imagine. That would be really cool, though. I want to see the tokens. Anyway, I'm going to normal Whitestone to Legend and use Hit and Strike a Dragon in order to make our balls. Our good luck balls. Gonna use Whitestone, get Blue Eyes. Gonna place down Regained. We're nice and good now. We're in a pretty good position. And now I'm afraid. Yeah, I didn't realize. Or even consider that they might have been running the Horus cards. But not gonna lie. Horus Generator sounds kind of cool and I kind of want to do it now. But I would have to make, like, new Hars. Dude, so many decks have, like, so many URs. Dude, decks need less URs. So, they slap down the Glubion. The Googliest Googie. Here comes Kepasenuef. Here comes Numeron Dragon. They're gonna activate. They get a bunch of attack. They're gonna punch me. Ow! But I ain't gonna die. They activate boss stage again. There's a lot of bosses. Alrighty. We bring out Mommy number 1, Vala, so she gets to, I think, revive a generator from Hand to Grave. Yep. Also, she's like just chilling on a big stick. They're gonna activate Vala immediately. Bring back Har, so now we have a negate to worry about. We set Beast. We send Chaos in order to bring out old Dark Dragon back. They sent my Blue Eyes to the grave, which I don't particularly mind. Now, Horror's gonna activate, but I don't mind because I have finally called by. So I can turn off Horror. No more horrors for you. Get out. Now we take Duel and Magma Hut. And we make some chaos. Because my main goal is to blow up. See all that stuff? Get rid of them. See those things? Get rid of them. Not Kemasenuf activates, but that's fine. We're going to use Branded Beast to blow it up. And turns out, they were running the new Horus. Like the actual Horus. It's really funny that these Horus deck, we refer to these as the Horus cards in the Horus deck. Even though you typically don't see Horus the Black Flame Deity. Well, games are funny that way, I suppose. Anyway, what does this guy actually do? I always forget. If you control a Horus monster in King Sark, you can reveal this card in your hand, then send a card from hand or field to grave, send a card on field to grave. If a face-up Horus monster you control except this monster, or a face-up King Sark leaves the field by an opponent's card effect, except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand and then send all other monsters on the field to the graveyard. That's actually pretty good to send. I gotta remember that. You can only use each effect of Horus once per turn. So, unfortunately, well, I'm gonna backseat here. I said, no, I'm not, because I had Ash Blossom. Damn. So yeah, unfortunately, that means everything except Chaos Angel is leaving. Sad. Vala activates. So she's back. Gonna activate Branded Regained in order to bring out Drewstorm again. We get our second generator mommy, Hela, Generator Boss of Doom. I don't know if she or what was the fairy one's name? Mardell? I don't know which one of those two is my favorite. Although I like her a lot because she has really spooky skeleton hands, and that is very funny. But I think I like Mardell just a little bit more. Anyway, they're gonna make this guy the boss of shadows. I'm going to use Beast to force it to activate. Yeah, so funny thing about that, because I use Beast to activate that, you know, Druisworm still went to grave. Sir, I don't care if you, like, make me draw, then make you give you something. I don't care about that. Go away. Now everything's back in my grave. You stop it. Bam. You know, it's hard to believe I had nothing in my grave I could have used at the time, but truly I didn't have anything in my grave. I think in later versions of this deck, or not later versions, in other versions of this deck, I add Ringleworm. Ringleworm is a very handy tuner for high level decks because it's very easy to make 10s, and a lot of these guys are very convenient for that. Or hell, if you have like a Bestial on the board, you can make an 8, probably a Stardust a Cell Synchro Dragon. Or yeah, is that what it's called? Stardust? A Cell Stardust Dragon? Whatever. The one with the pink energy flying around it in the green fast zone. That one. And then you can use Ringo, his graveyard effect, to make a token, and then you can use that to make a 10. And then you can use that to make Dispater, and then you can use Dispater to like bring back something else. And if you're doing this combo in Centurion, you can do that as a roundabout way to get to Legacia or Auxia, which is really funny, has come up a few times. It is a very handy combo. Diviner, the Herald. There's a lot going on in this deck. Anyway, we're gonna stop Vala from reviving the guy now. I said no. Bam. End. Good. We get another Duel Swarm. Gotta activate. Getting rid of Imseti. Now Trias Hierarchia. Hierarchia? Yeah. Hold on. What is it actually? Yeah, I was right the first time. Hierarchia. Also, very cool looking card. Dude, I don't know. I don't really. I want to use like more fairy stuff, but I just don't enjoy any of the fairy stuff I end up using. I don't know. Fairies just aren't up my alley. Except for like super old school, like OG Herald of Perfection. Like Herald of Perfection during the Synchro era was like pretty neat. Anyway, my main goal is to blow up. So, we're going to send Duel Swarm to the grave in order to get rid of the Hierarchia. And we can close this out, finally. Yay. I am very eepy. But it's okay, because we only have one replay left. This replay... Oh, wait. Last name. Might as well see what it is. Let's see. It's... Uta. Alrighty. And they were using... I think this is just a straight up Marincess. Yeah. Marincess. They got some Synchro stuff in here because they're using some Ice Jade stuff, which is honestly pretty neat. I tried Marincess. I don't enjoy it too much. It's fine. I also don't really like Salamangreat. I don't know. For Cyberse decks, I always preferred Mathmech and Cold Talker and Ignister. I don't know. I guess I like the more... Actually, I don't know. It's hard to explain. I just liked those more. I haven't tried G-Golem. They're finally in a secret pack, so I gotta try giving G-Golem a try one of these days. Also, I can't wait for Malice. I am I'm going to love Malice. Because Alice in Wonderland is my favorite classic Disney movie. I love Alice in Wonderland, so when I found out that they were making a Cyberse Link-based Alice in Wonderland archetype in Yu-Gi-Oh!, I fucking died. I can't wait for those to come to Master Duel. Malice might legitimately be the deck that competes with Centurion for my favorite deck whenever I get around to trying it. It's not going to be as flexible or splashable as Centurion, but I will enjoy it. Alrighty. Now for this, we have Light and Darkness Dragon Buster Blader. I like this deck a lot. This deck is very fun. However, I made a very crucial mistake because I was very tired when I did this duel, and I fucked up something very rudimentary. So we got Buster Whelp, got Prologue, that's pretty good. We sent Buster Whelp, got Striker Dragon. Whelp's in the grave, that's the important part. We use Light and Sublimation, we send Chaos, we set these down, and we're pretty good. We get Gamma Sealed, which, you know, not the end of the world. That's fine. We'll activate Prologue, and I accidentally sent 2 Buster Bladers. Fuck! And just like that, I probably lose the duel because I made a really dumb mistake from a combo I've done literally hundreds of times. Listen, sometimes you do forget how to ride a bicycle, okay? What I was supposed to do, if you read Prologue here, you send a Destruction Sword card and a Buster Blader. Now, what you typically do is you send whatever you need into the grave in order to advance your game state. In this particular case, I already have a dragon in there because I used Buster Whelp. So the smart thing to do would have been to send the other trap and then one of the Buster Bladers. But I accidentally sent Buster Blader, the Destruction Sword Master, who is a Destruction Sword card, first, and not Buster Blader. So I accidentally chose him first, and not any of the other cards. So when you're doing this, remember to pick the other thing first, and then Buster Blader last. So I still get Buster Dragon on the field, which means all their cards are dragons, but I don't have Buster Blader, the Dragon Destroyer Swordsman, to stop them from doing things, so it doesn't even really matter. I royally shot myself in the foot, and now this Marincess player is going to be able to fully establish their board uninterrupted. Because of how badly I fucked up. Damn you, Uta, for my incompetence! Now, if there's one thing I will give the Marincess cards, same with the Salamangreat cards, I like their designs. They're very cool looking. I wonder which one's my favorite. I think Marble Rock. I think Marble Rock is my favorite. But yeah, now the Marincess player is Marincessing all over the board. They peek at my cards. I can't do anything about it. They bring out the anemone. Use Crystal Heart. And the anemone. Make Aqua Argonaut. I like her a lot too. This is pretty neat. Sitting on a big old jellyfish. She's very loosely holding that staff. Also, is it just like the... It's probably just her outfit. She looks like extra wide for some reason. Like, her chest here looks wide. Like, that's fucking with me the more I look at this. I don't like that. Yeah, it's like this top piece. If you look a little closer, you can see like the curves of the dress. Yeah, this top piece is making her like look way bulkier, like a fucking like a water bottle or something. Anyway. Blue Tang is tanging. She's tanging all over the place. Look at this. She's going even further beyond. Ran Adrian. Bam. Give me your Adrians on the board. I'm afraid. I am very afraid. That being said, I gave Water Synchro a try. For lack of a better... What would you call that? I guess Water Synchro. I guess Ice Jade Synchro. Ice Jades are weird. Ice Jades are very weird and they need help. I kind of like them, but I just wish they were a little bit better. Are they like the most shafted of the Albaz storyline archetypes? What else was there? It was them, Sword Soul, Dogmatica, Branded, Spriggans, Therion. Is that all of them? I think that's all of them. And yeah, I think out of all of those... Sprites! Ah, yeah, Sprites. Thank you. Sprites too, yeah. Is that all of them, though? I think it is. Yeah, I think Ice Jade is pretty concretely, like, the worst out of all of those. Tri-Brigade, yeah, that was early on. And they did pretty good, too. do like the like episodic storyline release as far as archetype designing is concerned. It's pretty neat. That's a very neat way of doing it. But yeah, I think out of all of those, yeah, Ice Jades is probably the worst. It's like the most awkward to use. Although, with the new Mermail, would you even use any of these guys with the new Mermail stuff? I don't think you would. Probably not. It would be... I don't know, they just need help. Also, they also get completely shafted in the story too, which is pretty funny. They can't catch a break. Oh, man. Let's see, what would be the next worst? Aside from Ice Jade. I think probably Spriggans, right? What the fuck did Sword Soul do? Oh, Sword Soul just, like, suffered for the sins of existing in the same universe. Really? Or, like, do you mean meta-wise? Because, like, meta-wise, Sword Soul was, like, the relevant synchro deck until Centurion came out. For, like, 3 years or whatever. Yeah, Sword Soul of all of these. So Branded's, like, obviously number 1. Then afterwards would probably be Sprite. Yeah, they existed, they got betrayed, and then, yeah, they were just never heard from again. They were just chilling. They were just chilling, and then it was just like, hey, by the way, I want this shit. I'm betraying you guys. And it's like, god damn it. You meanie. It's very silly. Let's see, which ones would be the... It's hold on. My brain is not in the headspace to... Boop. Bam. Let's see. Just double checking this. Yeah, so the Albaz storyline is Dogmatica, Tri-Brigade, Spriggans, Branded, Despia, which I'm just including in Branded for the sake of it, Sword Soul, Ice Jade, Therians, and Sprite. Yeah. Branded would be the best of those. Then afterwards would probably be Sprite. Then either Sword Soul or Tri-Brigade. Honestly, either one of those could be, like, next runner-up. Then I'm thinking... okay. Then I think Therian and Dogmatica are on, like, the same level. Although I could see people putting Therians above Dogmatica for a bit more splashability, but in my mind, they're, like, pretty close to each other as far as, like usability. Right? But I think giving Therian the edge, because they're a bit more splashable, makes a bit more sense in my brain. So I think I'd give it to Therian over Dogmatica. Then Spriggans. Because, like, what does Spriggans do? Spriggans is really funny, because they're one of the... Some of their cards I see all the time in, like, fucking... What? Dual-taining? And then like, fucking Luke Von Karma sub-replays, but like, I never see them do anything when I'm actually playing the game. They're always used for very silly things. And honestly, that alone puts them over Ice Jade, is at least they're entertaining. Yeah, that makes sense in my brain. That's about... Okay. Oh, you know why I forget Sprite is part of that storyline? It's because Sprite was out at the same time Tier Limit was out. And I always forget that they actually have anything to do with the Albaz, because there was another completely new story happening when they were out. I always forget that about sprites. I like sprites though. Of these decks, hold on, which of these have I used? I have not used branded yet. I still have not finished making any of those fucking cards. What else? I've not used Tri-Brigade. I've used Sword Soul a ton, because I like synchro stuff. I've used Ice Jades, didn't really like it. And I've used Sprites. I've not used any of the other ones. Would I want to use any of the other ones? Maybe Dogmatica? Maybe. Yeah. I think maybe Dogmatica I could see. Anyway, enough yapping. I'm going to get destroyed. Now they bring out Zealantis. And then everything's gone. And then everything's back. And then they punch me. Ow. 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 But I'm still alive by 300 life points. So we're going to activate Light End. We're going to send Buster. We're going to activate here. And we're just going to punch Adrian. Because that's all I can do. We're going to use Thrust. We're going to do some thrusting. Because thrusting makes you feel good. Ice Jade Cradle. To grab Adrian. Fucking Ice Jade Margarine. Fucking Ice Jade, I can't believe it's not butter. Let's see, MBT does some digging. We grab Dive. We're diving. The Battle Ocean activates. The Coral Anemone activates. And we get Bubble Reef. Oh, I wanted to see Marble Rock! And now she's back! Hey, wait, what just happened? Time limit. I won because of the time limit. Which to me is crazy. Because every single time I win from time limit, I never feel like I should have won from time limit. There is zero reason why I won from time limit here. They were not playing slow. They were not dragging out their turns. They weren't taking 8 years to make a decision. The game was just like, nah, son, and I won because of time limit, I guess. I was like, well, fuck. What'd they do? Oh. I'm sorry about that, Uta. But it's okay. We don't all get to win for good reasons. Some of us win for very silly reasons. And some of us will finally end stream. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you'll come around for next time. Next time being tomorrow, where I will be back on schedule and we will finally actually start Dragon Quest II. Yeah, finally. Jeez. Took a while. Thank you. Later. We